Hey guys, it is Friday, thank God, because I have a backlog of games that is not going to play itself. Also, we're in the park, because you guys like the park, thus the birds and the traffic. Here's what's been making news this week. If you only know one thing about Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm betting it's robot dinosaurs, and possibly also that you can override them, but you can't control them. Guerrilla have come out to explain why. The override ability lets you change a machine's allegiance so it will stop attacking you and target threats against you. But you can't actually tell said critters to do your machine destruction bidding. Producer Samrat Shamra told Kotaku, if you look at the function of the machines, they all have a certain purpose within the game. You hacking them doesn't change what they exist for, it just changes their allegiance. You haven't changed their essential function. He added that it doesn't make sense in the game's lore to have Aloy ordering machines to go stomp on each other. In other Horizon-y news, a new patch came out this week to address crash and progression issues.
Just like Nintendo's main competitor in the 90s, the Nintendo Switch is going fast. It's now the fastest selling console for the company ever. Australia, Europe, Americas. The Switch has broken sales records in all three territories in its first week on sale, even beating out the phenomenon that was the Wii. Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé told the New York Times' Nick Wingfield that the initial 48-hour sales period in the Americas exceeded the first 2-day sales in the region for any system in the company's history. Alongside the success of the console, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is also the best-selling standalone launch title in the company's history. It even outperformed the initial sales for Wii Sports in Australia, which was previously the biggest-selling Nintendo launch title ever in the region. I mean, we do love our sport. I assume we do. I mean, I don't, but someone must.
Hey, you know what's an amazing game? Overwatch. It's got this amazing girl robot in it, and she's a really cool tank. So cool and amazing that they're already nerfing her before she's even available to the public.
This week, Jeff Kaplan took to the Blizzard forums to clarify that they're holding off on releasing new character Orisa to the public game until later in March. Thanks to public testing, they've decided to nerf her primary weapon with a smaller magazine, and increase the cost of her ulti. Orisa is a tank class character who focuses on defensive roles and team buffs. Speaking of buffs, a bunch of characters are getting them. Junkrat no longer takes damage from his own explosions, Sombra makes less noise, Winston's barrier starts cooling down sooner, and Zenyatta can target Discord through barriers. However, everyone's favorite grandma Anna is getting some serious nerfs. Her rifle deals less damage and her biotic grenade does half the healing and damage than it used to. Great changes, I reckon, but tell me if I'm wrong and then I'll argue with you.
We don't have a Pokemon Go story in the news this week, so instead let's talk about No Man's Sky, which has moseyed back into the spotlight. A massive update arrived for the space exploring game this week. The Pathfinder update adds new vehicles, a permadeath mode, so it's just like real space, base sharing that lets you share your base through Steam Workshop, a ship and weapon specialization system, and PlayStation 4 Pro support. All ships are now rated by class, and there are new exocraft vehicles, so you don't have to move at this speed across planets. There's also a photo mode, improvements to the discovery menu, and general tweaks. Like I said, big update. The new graphical changes include high and ultra-res textures, more accurate ambient lighting, high contrast lighting effects, HDR mode, horizon-based ambient occlusion, and more. Hello Games added that 4K rendering on PC is now optimized.
Just when you thought you were done with open world action games, 16 minutes of gameplay is dropped for Middle-earth Shadow of War. Monolith Productions has revealed what to expect when the dynamic duo of Talion and Celebrimbor, the elf guy, return to lay waste to the hordes of Sauron on August 22. The first game's Nemesis system has been expanded considerably, with allies now creating, quote, entirely new stories of loyalty, betrayal, rivalry, and even friendship. You'll also be able to take to the skies on the back of dragons while taking part in huge multi-stage battles. Shadow of War is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and will also be available on Project Scorpio, though Monolith are yet to reveal what differences, if any, this version will have.
This week on site, if you want to find out anything you've ever wanted to know about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we have like 80 million videos on site. And now, here's Dan reacting to YouTubers reacting to Dan reacting to the taste of Nintendo Switch cartridges. That is everything we've got for you this week. Thanks so much again for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to us if you like the videos, or just give us a like if subscribe seems like a little too much commitment. I'll see you again on Monday.